Hello and welcome everyone to another episode of Miles Edgeworth Investigation Collection, and we're going on episode 3 to Kidnap Turnabout. Let's start right away. March 13, 10/11. Unknown. It's time. Don't worry, Mr. Edgeworth. I'll be following your every movement with my binoculars. Good to hear. Now make sure you don't lose sight of me. I'm counting on you for backup. You count on me, sir. I have to go. The kidnapper's supposed to contact me soon. Who would have thought that upon my return, I'd be thrust into a kidnapping case? And that I would be the one who would have to make the ransom drop-off. Let's see. I checked that the money is all there, safe inside the suitcase. I like how he's using the suitcase. Now, all I have to do is wait further instructions from the kidnapper, which I'm expecting to be transferred to my cell phone. I wonder who else is around. This is the meeting place after all. Welcome to the Gatewater land. Oh, thank you. And a big hello to you. I'm the Proto Badger. Nice to meet you. Oh, he's so creepy. Excuse me, but were you perhaps thinking of taking a picture of me? A picture? Of you? Sorry, but I'm not interested. Aw, that's too bad. Well, have a good day. Hello?
Who are you? You're not Ernest Amado.
It sounds like the kidnapper is using some sort of voice alteration device. Do you think I can do that, like in the settings later on? Like, I'll probably, like, edit that, like, with my voice. If not, then it will just be normal. Future me, figure that out. I'm his representative, Miles Edgeworth.
Are you a cop?
No, I'm a prosecutor. I know what you're wondering, and yes, I have brought the ransom money with me.
I see. In that case, bring the money with you to the stadium.
So this person intends to see if I'm being followed, huh? Please, Detective Gumshoe, I really need you to come true for me this one time. Edgeworth speaking.
Let's come to the haunted house.
And how long do you intend to have me wander around for?
That's for me to decide. You don't have much of a choice here, my friend.
I suppose not. I've arrived.
Go inside.
What a dismal place.
That's it. Go through those doors.
Am I being watched from somewhere?
Leave the money and go now.
I was hoping for an exchange, but maybe I should do as they say for now and not push it. I couldn't catch even a glimpse of the kidnapper. Perhaps I should keep an eye on this haunted house until police backup arrives. Oh god, that's creepy. Ah! It was a trap! March 13th, 11:23. I do gotta say, that scene just reminded me of another one from Professor Layton in A Curious Village, when I'm in the long, like, how you call that? That long building in the middle of the road. Like, once I entered that building and you come from the basement and you go up to the stairs, there is this guy you meet. And I got scared from that. Like, no, seriously. Like, I swear I got scared so many times. I played it, like, so many times as a kid. But every single time that scene came, I just got scared of that guy just coming out of nowhere, just in your face. And it haunts me to this day. And this just reminded me of it. So, yeah. Good times. Good memories. That guy. Betrayed. No, can't be. Then the deal. Who is that? What are they talking about? Split. Police. Alright. In front of. Meet up. I can't move my body. I fear I may faint again. Where am I? How long was I out? It wasn't raining like it is now when I made the drop-off. This was supposed to be a simple affair. So why have I been taken hostage as well? Can only assume Detective Gumshoe lost sight of me at some point. The only reason I agreed to be the drop-off man was because of the phone call. It was from Mr. Ernest Amano, the director of the powerful Zaibatsu, the Amano Group. But aside from that, I also owe him a great debt of gratitude. His only son, Lance, had been kidnapped. I know that Lance is already in his 20s, but I guess some things you never grow out of. I can't sit around waiting for someone to come help me. I must escape somehow. Haha! Was that you making a funny sound? Who's there? And how dare you laugh at a gentleman's plight? It's her! Who are you? Are you the kidnappers? A kidnapper? Me? No way! I'm not into such petty crimes. Nope. I'm after something much, much bigger. Ah, I must be worn out from today's ordeal. Focus, Miles. Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. Sorry about that. Ahem. Even in the depths of night, when no other bird dares to take flight, one alone soars to shine the light of righteousness on the world's blight. And that one is me, for I am the great thief, the Yatagarasu. I said it right this time, I hope. Great thief? And did she really just claim to be the Yatagarasu? Oh, but my real name is Kay Faraday. You can call me Kay, Kay? Good, glad that's settled. Not quite. I have a mountain of questions for you. But first, if you'd be so kind as to remove these ropes. I wonder, should I remove them? I was actually having a lot of fun watching you make those silly faces. Hey, there's no need to get all mad and icy glary on me, you know? This rope goes through here, and there we go! What a relief. I owe you my thanks. Ah, it's okay. You can pay me back in full later. Now then, what questions should I start with? Unfortunately, I can already tell nothing is going to be easy with this cheeky girl. You call yourself a great thief, yet are you really a thief at all? You doubt me? I get it. You think that a young lady like me couldn't possibly be such a big-time thief, right? That's not the part I have a tough time believing. I am the real genuine Yatagarasu, you know? Yep, I'm a pure-blooded great thief. It's a little something I inherited from my predecessor. In that case, you wouldn't mind if I arrest you then, right? What? Of course I'd mind. I haven't stolen anything yet. Seriously, I don't know how you can say such a horrible thing to your savior. That's true. Technically, she hasn't stolen anything in front of me yet. When you say you're the Yatagarasu, do you mean you are the Yatagarasu? Yep. The most righteous of righteous, the legendary great thief. But I inherited the title only recently, so I haven't had a chance to steal anything yet as the second Yatagarasu. I was not aware that thieves could pass down their titles like that. Don't worry, I've got some big plans in the works. Big plans, huh? They wouldn't happen to lead to a big arrest, would they? I knew it. There's just no reasoning with a prosecutor. I'm not the problem here. I'll have you know that the Yatagarasu has no interest in stealing petty trinkets. There's one thing, and one thing I want to steal. Only one thing. And what would that be? But that's going to have to wait until we find our way out of here. Well, at least there is one thing we agree on. I'm sure I'll have plenty of time later to learn more about you. So, you never told me what your name is, Mr. Prosecutor? Ah, I guess not. I'm Miles Edgeworth. Aha! Now I remember! How can you remember something I just told you? But she sure is cheery. Alright then, Mr. Edgeworth, let's get out of here. It would seem that we are locked in from the other side. What? No way! I don't hear you. La 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 la. Okay, do you remember where you came in from, right? It looks like that might be our only way out of this room. Whoops! Slight miscalculation. That's a good height to make an entrance from, but I can't jump that high to make an exit. I suppose we have no choice but to look around and see if we can find another way out. Alright, can pick up our phones maybe? Isn't this my phone? It looks like it made it through the ordeal intact. If only there was a way for us to contact someone on the outside. Ah, but we do have a way, right here. Ah! There was a cell phone here this whole time? If I'm right, Detective Gumshoe should have contacted the precinct for backup by now. Mr. Edgeworth, sir, are you okay? I was so worried, sir. I'm fine. I was knocked unconscious for a spell by the kidnapper, that's all. I'm so sorry, sir. I'm such a failure. If only I hadn't lost sight of you. Detective, we don't have time for this. Have the police set up a perimeter right now? You don't have to worry about that, sir. I already got the boys working on that. But in doing that, I sorta... Ah! What's wrong, Detective? Sorry to butt in, but I'm afraid you're going to have to make do with me. Who is this? Shi Long of Interpol. A pleasure to speak with you, Mr. Edgeworth. I've heard a great deal about you. So why exactly is Interpol agent like yourself involved in a domestic kidnapping case? Don't sweat the details. A crime's a crime, whether it's on local or a global scale. Besides, you are the one who's in the world of trouble. And why would you say that? Langzi says, the pack that runs together stays together. You catch my drift? You caused quite a ruckus by running blindly into a situation and then getting caught. You should have contacted the police from the very beginning, didn't he actually? I'm sorry that this happened because of a lapse in judgment. However, I humbly request that you please help me out of here post-haste. Sorry, no can do. What? We're hunting the kidnapper now, and I haven't got any hands to spare. As I said, my packs move as one. You're the one who wanted to go alone, so good luck to you, Mr. Prosecutor. Oh, and once we do catch the kidnapper, rest assured we'll come to find you. Eventually. You. What's wrong? Did you get cut off? No, my phone ran out of power. No way! It doesn't matter anyway. We should try to get out of here through our own means. Yeah, I have a name to live up to after all. If we put our heads together, we're sure to find a way out. Okay, Blue Badger, rid of Ratty. They're holding a Blue Badger photo, Rattly? You didn't know? Plus, it's not just the Blue Badger, it's the whole family too. If you manage to snap a shot of every member of the family, you get a really push prize. Well, there's a costume head sitting over there. Why not start with a picture of that? You can't do that, that's cheating. There's only one of each badger in the park, so you have to work for it. Speaking of badgers, there was one sitting against a wall in the haunted house. Seriously? But somehow, I don't think that one counts, Mr. Edgeworth. You have to take a picture of a costume once walking around the park. So those are the rules of this game. How quaint. Okay, maybe we can gather information about the boxes here. Hey, there's something inside of the bottom right. Oh, I think it's the Pink Badger costume. Pink Badger? You don't keep up with what's going on in the world, do you? In that case, you better study up on the whole Badger clan with this. What is this thing? Think of it as a Bible of all the things you'll ever need to know about the clan. Whatever, I suppose I can keep it as a reference guide or something. I suppose this means that this is where they keep all the costumes. It certainly looks that way. It's like the Badger's family's home. There are 8 boxes, but 7 of them are empty. Which means that 7 of these costumes are in use right now. But aren't these Badgers the mascot of the police force? Well, I heard that the police had a hand in sponsoring this theme park. Probably because the Gatewater group owes the police from all those cases they solved. They have all the power of the state and they use it to make a theme park? It's not just any theme park. They have a handcuff-shaped double looping roller coaster. That's quite enough. I'm feeling woozy from just the thought of such a thing. Okay, so all 7 are empty. And there's a key here. And what do we have here? Ah! Why do I feel a laser-like stare aimed right at me? Did you want to take a look? Well, don't mind if I do. Oh, I see. Yes, this is definitely a key. I'm sure it's a key to something. I like how she just says, it's a key to something. I may be able to open something somewhere in this room with this key. Okay. The something is what is relevant to my interest. Okay. That something is relevant to my interest. These are boxes are all empty. We can check this one. I suppose this is the Pink Badger, but since it has the same design, doesn't it seem forced to call this one female? You think so? I mean, just look at how long her eyelashes are. That's the only difference. And the fact that she's pink. Yes, and her lips are red. See, lipstick. She doesn't even look like she has lipstick on, but okay. What? She has nothing to say about the giant pink ribbon on Or is that too obvious? Okay. That is the blue badger I met in the main gate. Excuse me, but his name is Badger, not Blue Badger. He is based off the very first design created by the local police chief. You know, when you compare the two, the Blue Badger looks a bit cuter. I suppose as he continued to redesign him, the chief managed to make him cuter and cuter. Even humanity has a long way when you think about how much we've evolved. Are you comparing the Blue Badger to humans now? Wow. And then we have this one. So this is the Blue Badger's rifle, the Bad Badger, huh? Do you feel some sort of reference towards this badger, Kay? Ha! I can't believe you would be so stereotypical when it comes to thieves. Surely, you must also think there are much cooler and cuter ones out there, right? That's it! I've decided that thieves and thievery need an image makeover. Good luck with that one. Okay, and then we have the final one. Look, it's the Blue Badger. I suppose even this thing can be popular with women. My nemesis! What in the... Why is she beating it up? He's got the word badge right in his name. That's nothing but bad news for someone like me. And to think he's out there wandering around in this park. I'd better be careful or he's going to arrest me by the power of his name alone. I somehow doubt that the Blue Badger has the power to arrest anyone. Okay, I guess we got all of them. So I think that's it. This is the beam I was tied to. What's up? I was pondering if perhaps we could make it over to and out of the window if we climb this. Good thinking. And if it's climbing action you need, just leave it to me. Thanks. This little hook looks like it might make for a good foothold. Up you go, Kay, and good luck. Count on it. The great thief Yatagarasu spreads her mighty wings and takes to the skies. Here we go. Oh, well, as I thought, this beam was definitely not made for climbing. She's sad. What do you mean, as I thought? I'm not your guinea pig, you know? Okay, we can check maybe the badger's head. What is this? Looks like the Bad Badger, and it's looking as bad as ever. Looks like a costume head to me. I guess the Bad Badger's costume is, at the very least, a two-piece, huh? The real question is, why is only the head sitting out here on the floor? Okay. Anything else? Oh, I'm stuck. Man, why did they have to put the window so high up anyway? How is a thief supposed to make their daring escape? I suppose we could make our way out if we are able to climb on top of these lockers. Aha, that's pretty clever. You make a good thief yet, Mr. Edgeworth. Please don't ever place my name and the word thief in the same sentence ever again. Let's see. I wonder if I can jump and grab the top of the locker here. Man, why did they have to make such enormous lockers anyway? Even if we wanted to use the lockers, we needed some sort of foothold. Some sort of foothold. Wait, we can check if we have anything. Lockers, tiny key. Let's try, no, let's try these. Connect, please. Aw. Okay, well, seems that a badger costume could isolate a room. Hook of the beam, not enough to make a foothold climb. Oh, not sure as of yet. Let's just check on her. It seems that it won't be able to open this by ourselves. It also seems quite thick, so we can't just break it down. There must be another way out of here. Okay, and then we're gonna talk to her. Oh, kidnapping. Do you know where the person who kidnapped me went? Well, after they locked you up in here, it sounded like they went into the next room and started talking to someone. I feel like I heard something as well, but it's all a haze in my mind. However, I do recall that the kidnapper was talking with someone. It was just a guess before, but I guess I really am dealing with two kidnappers here. After that, they left. It almost seems as if they were done with you. I suppose that is the case, as my kidnapping seems like an afterthought to the 1 million. Well, if they went into the next room, let's see what we can find out through the slot. Okay. Let's check. Ooh, we can peer into the room the kidnappers were in from here. Oh, they have like a ladder there. Is that what I think it is? It looks like the kidnappers had an escape tunnel prepared just in case. That's awesome. They are like a bunch of great thieves themselves. No, they're not, because I highly doubt they made the tunnel themselves. The floor panel was removed and propped up against the beam in a very specific way. For true, that actually like has a hole to hold up the thing on the beam. I think this building was originally built with the basement or underground area. Okay, yeah, we have that too. Wait, okay. Logic. So we can connect this one and this one. This hook on this beam. You know, I already tried it, and there's no way I can jump from this hook to the window. Come on, even you have to admit there's something just not possible. Ha, I wasn't about to suggest that again. Rather, that it's here for a different purpose. Really? Like what? As you saw in the adjacent room, it's clearly for keeping a floor panel propped up. Which means that there should be a panel in this room that we can open as well. Ooh, I get it! We didn't notice its existence at all at the time because it has been hidden by this tarp. Alright then, let's fold this thing up and see what's underneath. Now, this is what I call treasure. Oh, well, let's just open this up. Oh, this must be another entrance to a secret hidden basement. I totally smell treasure. The scent of I wish to smell is the sweet fragrance of freedom. And what are you waiting for? Hurry up and open the hatch. Alright. This thing is locked down tight. Okay, then that's maybe for the tiny key. Ah, fiddlesticks. Okay, let's do that with a tiny key. Underground, connect. I believe you're up, Kai. K. Huh? Me? Oh, huh? Why me? Because we need to use a tiny key that you've taken quite a liking to. Oh, gotcha. Just leave it to me. I love the tense feeling of these moments when you're about to uncover something big. I believe the feeling of freedom would be much more satisfying right about now. Alright, I got the secret door open. And now... wait! Ah! Are you alright, Kay? I'm fine. The ladder just slipped, it's all. Thank goodness she's alright. I about had a canary. Whatever. There's a lot of really huge machinery down here. What about an exit? It's really dark and cramped down there, so I really doubt there's an exit. I can't believe that happened. You have only yourself to blame for leaping before you look down, you know? No, wait, I mean, how am I supposed to know that the ladder is removable? It's removable! So then we can do this and the lockers connect. I figured out how we can escape this prison, Kay. Oh, so how are we going to bust out? It seems that your reckless actions were of use after all. Are you actually praising me? More of a thank you for giving me an idea regarding this ladder. The underground ladder? What about it? This ladder isn't just for those who wish to go down. Oh, I see. If we use this... Yes, I believe it's long enough to reach the top of those lockers. Well then, what are we waiting for? Yay! We did it! Alright, now we can get out of here. Yes, we spent entirely too much time in here. Kidnappers who held me hostage and a mysterious Interpol agent. This case is only getting started, and I'd be the one to bring it a resounding end. The way he slid down was so funny. It looks like it stopped raining for now. Yeah, and thank goodness. You have no idea how hard it was raining earlier. Mr. Edgeworth! I'm so glad to see you managed to escape, sir. I was so stressed that I thought my heart was gonna give out. Detective Gumshoe, may I ask what in the world that is? Well, that's, Whoa! Count off! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... 98, 99! Shifu, all 99 members are here and accounted for, sir. Oh, that's his pack. Oh! Heh, what the heck do you think you are doing counting my cups off like that? Every person is a valuable human being, you get me? And everyone has a name that their parents gifted him. What type of glasses is he wearing? Oh my god! Oh my god! No one is a 2 or a 3. Everyone, regardless of their age or rank, is number 1. Got it? Shifu! Shifu! You are Agent Lan, I take it. You and Fide. How dare you address our Shifu so rudely? Langzi says, a cub who disrespects others soon feels the disciplinary bite of an elder. So don't you ever forget to show the proper respect towards another person. Shina. This isn't much, but please accept my card. Oh, thank you. Please accept mine in return. What is going on here? You all see that just now? That is the proper way for 2 people to show their respect. Keep that in mind and you'll get far in life. Got it? Ah, that's right. Francisca did warn me. Something about an elite Interpol agent from the Republic of Senfa. Apparently, this man has the highest successful arrest rate in the organization. Agent Lan, why exactly is Interpol agent involved with this clearly domestic case? That has none of your business, Mr. Prosecutor. How is it not? I've heard a rumor or 2 about you. You solved a murder that occurred during your flight home recently, right? Ha! But you sure took a while just to arrest one little flight attendant. How pathetic. How dare you say that to Mr. Edgeworth? Are you saying you could have solved it faster, pal? The comedic relief jumps to the aid of his master. How cliche. Look, what I'm getting at is that if I had been there, no one would have died. I would have solved the entire case and Agent Hicks would still be with us here today. Agent Lang knew yesterday's victim, Agent Akbe Hicks. Question mark? Hicks was like a brother to me, so now I'm about to take my revenge. Agent Hicks was investigating a smuggling ring with Francesca and a third person. This must be the man she was talking about. In that case, you should understand how I feel, as the kidnapped is someone I know. So I asked the kidnapped, right? Oh, ah! Wait, what did Edward say? So I asked if you please allow me to participate in the investigation. This isn't your neatly trimmed courtroom of Eden, you know. You're out in the wilderness now, Mr. Prosecutor, and way out of your league. No hard feelings, but why don't you go back to your courtroom now, pretty boy? You dared to mock the court? I do, and I don't need to help off a filthy prosecutor. Sorry, but the truth doesn't need the likes of you to distraught it today. Who uses the adjective filthy to describe a prosecutor? And why? Why do I feel such an intense loading emanating from him? Emanating? Oh well. Big words I don't get. He's wearing his funky glasses again. Alright, men, good job on the perimeter around Gatewaterland. Now, just find me the kidnapper and bring the punk to me. Dismissed! Sir! Now then, Mr. Prosecutor, you just sit tight here and don't cause any trouble, understand? Oh, wait! Mr. Edgeworth! It's been a while since I last met someone so disagreeable. Why of all places did he show up here, and completely out of the blue at that? I suppose I'll have to ask Detective Gumshoe to fill me in on that. Detective Gumshoe, you must explain to me. Great job, Detective. Sir! For losing sight of me and the kidnapper and allowing my investigation to be hijacked. Sir... I look forward to your next month's salary assessment. Oh, poor guy. But the case isn't lost yet, sir. I'm gonna show you just how much of a man Dick Gumshoe can be. Shall I prepare the 21 gun salute now or later? Oh wow. Detective, are you sure it was the precinct you called for backup? Of course, sir. I think I would know the number of my own precinct like the back of my mind. Then why did an Interpol agent show up instead, with an army of his own agents? That I have no idea. About 5 minutes after I made the call, the Wolfman showed up out of nowhere, sir. Agent Lang definitely has an agenda, so the question is, what was he after? Mr. Edgeworth, I was wondering if I may ask about one thing, sir. Yes, what is it? Who is that? The girl over there, I mean. I'm Mr. Edgeworth's assistant, Kay Freyada. What? Funny, I don't recall making you my assistant. Yeah, I'm Mr. Edgeworth's assistant. Me! It's been like that since forever. Sorry, but I just stole your supporting role. How can you say How can you say something so serious with a giant grin on your face, pal? Mr. Edgeworth, we've got a thief on our hands, sir. She stole my role, sir. I'm taking her in, getting her convicted, and making sure she serves out her sentence. Oh, come on. It'll be fun, like musical chairs. You better stay fast on your seat. No way! I won't. I will not lose to a spotlight like you, little girl. Oh wait, we can present stuff? What can we present? Map explanation? Gatewaterland. Who would have guessed this place would be such a success? But the Gaywater group and I go way back, you know? Yes, same here. I handled 2 murder cases that took place at 2 of their hotels. And it was you who headed the investigation in each case. Oh, I remember that, sir. I was 16 back then, standing in front of the hotel in the snow. Clearly, we are not on the same page here. Okay, now... I think that's kind of it. I can maybe talk to the security... Excuse me, but if you could just let me through here. Sorry, but I can't let anyone through Agent Lang's orders. Okay, it's nothing. Oh wait, no, same thing. Well, talk to her maybe? Man, I can't calmly do anything stealing. Man, I can't calmly do anything stealing at will. At all with that detective around. I suppose it's not easy when there's that many members of the law enforcement in the vicinity. It's alright. It's not like I'm in a hurry to steal just any old thing. Which is it? Do you plan to steal something or not? Quite the mystery, this one. Maybe I should talk with her a bit more. So what are you going to do about your investigation into the kidnapping? Good question. Since Agent Lan holds the authority to investigate this case now, this makes things a bit more complicated. Oh, come on. You can't let that stop you. I'll even lend a hand. So let's go. You're a self-purported great thief, are you not? I don't believe I can let someone of an unlawful nature participate in an investigation. You just don't like to listen, do you? I'm not just an old great thief. I'm a Yatagarasu. And as I said earlier, the Yatagarasu is after one thing and one thing only. Okay, the one thing and one thing only. Only one thing. Only one. What is the one and only one thing you're after? The Yatagarasu is only interested in one thing. And that is the truth. I see. It was 7 years ago. There was a vigilant who threw the business world into a panic. Labeled mysterious and phantom-like, the Yatagarasu appeared and vanished at will. Though we still don't know much about this thief's ultimate goal, we do know the targets. The Yatagarasu like to find a publicly disclosed evidence of corrupt dealings of all sorts. Once a target was chosen, no dramatic calling card or announcement was sent forth. Instead, the choosing corporation was infiltrated without even a target noticing. Some days later, the evidence that was found was sent out to the mass media, along with a card with the mark of the three-legged raven. Looking back, I suppose you could call what the Yatagarasu was stealing the truth. Could this child really be the successor to the original Yatagarasu? But that can be, can it? Lance! Lance! Where are you, son? It's like more oldie guy type of voice, but don't know. Mr. Amo? Oh, Miles, my boy, I'm sorry to involve you in such an in such an affair just after you returned. I think I cannot do this voice, but we'll wing it. For you, Mr. Amo, I gladly offer my assistance. Oh my god, I kind of like lagged there for a second with my brain just to figure out what voice to give. Okay, I need to remember these voices. After all, I have you to thank for how well things turned out during my time abroad. If it wasn't for you, I might not have been introduced to that law office. And that the change to study the inner workings of another country's judicial system. No, no, no. Think nothing of it. As you know, Mainfred and I go way back. I considered a beloved disciple of his to be like one of my own blood. If you ever want to go overseas again, you need only to ask. I can use my company's vast network to send you anywhere at any time. So who's the old man? He is the father of the currently kidnapped Lance Amano, Ernest Amano. Now then, have you found Lance yet, Miles? Please, I miss my poor boy dearly. I'm terribly sorry, but your son's whereabouts remain unknown, Mr. Amano. What? Hold on there. Then, what about to all that money? I believe the 1 million has been stolen and that the culprits are now on the run. What? Poor old man. Don't you have anything you can give him to cheer him up, Mr. Edgeworth? Forgive me, Mr. Amano. I was wondering if you could please tell me the details of the kidnapping one more time. Oh, it was yesterday. A call came to my house. From the receiver came the sound of my son. Help me, Daddy! Sniff. I know this is tough, but please stay with me here, Mr. Amano. You don't understand. He hasn't called me Daddy in ages. Daddy, oh my god. God, that name. It was incredibly moving. I wish I had recorded him saying that. He definitely should have recorded that conversation. But not for the foolish sentimentals of an old man. Refresh my memory. What kind of person is Lance again? How will telling you about Lance help you to get him back? Surprisingly, a lot can be deduced from a person's relationship and behavior. Very well, then. Lance is my one and only son, and he's turning 21 this year. He is very much like me when I was his age. Kind and very attractive. I'm sure women simply can't keep their hands off of him. Is there anything else about him you notice of late? Now that you mention it, I haven't been able to get in contact with our butler, Oliver. Your butler? Yes, his name is Oliver Deccan. He's been with our family for years now. He gets along so well with Lance, so I thought maybe he would know where my son is. Mr. Amano, could you please tell me a little more about your butler, Mr. Deccan? As a butler, he's outstanding. He even serves as Lance's personal private tutor. He took a brief leave recently, but even after it was over, I haven't been able to reach him. So you still haven't spoken with him since his leave? What about his family and friends? They said they hadn't seen him. I've tried everything and could think of miles. Do you think this could have something to do with Lance's kidnapping? It's possible, but I can't say anything for sure quite yet. So even the person closest to the victim has gone missing. Oliver Deccan. Sounds like one name I had better keep in mind. Detective Gumshoe. Yes, sir! Let's begin our investigation. Even if that Interpol agent holds the authority to head this investigation, we can't allow ourselves to stand idly by twiddling our thumbs. I'm with you 100%, Mr. Edgeworth. I, Dick Gumshoe, pledge to stick by your side through thick and thin. Mr. Amano, it was my fault that the culprits escaped, which is why, with your blessing, I vow to return Lance to you myself. Oh, I've never seen you so passionate before, Miles Edgeworth. Good luck to you, my boy. Alright, well, what are we waiting for? Let's do some investigating. If you think I'm losing to you, pal, forget it. They really are rivaling for that. So, what are we examining first? Thanks to Agent Lan, we can't leave this area. The culprits were here until only very recently, which means we may be able to find some clues that would tell us how they escaped. Okay, let's get looking. Hey, you there. Who, me? What are you doing goofing off in this place like this? I wasn't goofing off. I was about to help Mr. Edgeworth kick off his investigation. You imbecile! All precinct detectives are now under Agent Lang's direct command. No way! I am not working for a wolf boy. Mr. Edgeworth, can't you do something? I'm not exactly in a position to argue, seeing as how you are a member of the police. Good, now let's go. No! He's just been dragged away. Boy, have I just got the job for someone like you. Oh. Well, that was exciting. For your talents, bro. Okay. What? Can't you tell I'm all ready to get down to some detective work? You should go home. Your parents must be worried about you. Oh, come on. I finally get to be your assistant and you try to ditch me? I don't recall offering you the position. Huh. Why you have to be so difficult? Besides, it's already too late, you know? Like I said, I've already stolen the position of the assistant a while back. Ha! You're the only one asserting that. Well, by the time anyone notices, it's already gone. That's the Yatsugarasu way. You shouldn't speak so lightly of things you know. You shouldn't speak so lightly of things you know nothing about. Fine, whatever, you win. Go ahead and do your little investigation. But the talented Assistant K is going to tag along no matter what you say. Even if she turns out to be useless, she's not going to listen to me. I might as well surrender and let her come along for the ride. Alright, come along for the ride. We're gonna look at these footprints. Hey! There's a bunch of footprints in the mud over here. I remember hearing rainfall out here while I was being held in there. Yep, it was just a passing rain. That's why the ground has already pretty much dried up. I should be thankful. It left us some nice footprint samples. You know what? I bet if we follow them, we can find out where the kidnappers went. Plus, we'll be able to spot them because of their muddy shoes. I don't think that it will be that easy. Why not? Look carefully. There are quite a few different sets here. And we don't know which one belongs to the kidnappers. Oh, that's true. We don't know what kind of shoes they were wearing. Alrighty. Ooh, there's a guy here. Hey, that's the blue badger. Badger get. I really don't understand why she is so excited over this badger hunt. Speaking of badgers, there's a person inside of there. Mr. Badger, I wonder if you might share with me what you saw. He's doing that contorted wiggling dance again. Aha! No. Nah! You uncovered my uncovered identity, sir. I was to remain under that head, sir. Aren't you Officer Meekins? Sir! Mike Meekins reporting for duty, sir. This man was a witness in one of our cases I headed 2 years ago. About the only thing I remember about this officer is that he often spoke and acted before he thought, which gave me a great deal of headaches. Is he a friend of yours, Mr. Edgeworth? I've met him in a courtroom once before. Why was he so upset when we unmasked him? Does he have something to hide? Officer Meekins, why are you standing here wasting time? Sir! Because I'm not a police officer right now, sir. I'm the Blue Badger. And I'm creating memories and dreams for kids. That's never a waste of time, sir. I have a dream to become big as Detective Gumshoe, sir. I was patrolling the scourging boring beat until a little while ago, when the dispatch radio on my shoulder crackled that the kidnappers had escaped, sir. I thought maybe this was my shot at making detective, sir. I rushed over to join in, but when I got here, there was a sea of people already. And I couldn't spread my trademark friendliness and joy to anyone. It would seem that some people never change. So, why exactly are you in this ridiculous outfit? Sir! That's because, sir, I'm here to keep the visitors in good spirits, sir. But it's also to hide the fact that I'm an officer on trial of a kidnapper, sir. I see. Agent Lang is very wise to employ this sort of diversionary tactics. To be handed the role of the Blue Badger out of all the different disguises, sir. It's such an honor. Okay, so do you have clues? How long have you been standing here, officer? Sir, for about 1 little hour, sir. This sounds around the time I woke up from being knocked unconscious. And I've been here ever since, sir. If that's true, then it's possible Officer Miku saw the kidnappers escaping. However, sir, I must tell you I didn't see a thing, sir. I haven't asked you anything yet, officer. No. But I know you will, sir. He's hiding something from me. Officer Meekins, I insist that you tell me more about your recent movements. Sir, I've been playing the Blue Badger this whole time, sir, and getting into it, too. I patrolled the park all while wearing this costume. And about 1 hour, I came over here, sir. I haven't seen any suspicious-looking people this whole time, sir. But I did see a badger, sir. A lone blue badger. What you said just now is contradicted to the facts. How so, Mr. Edgeworth? This is what Officer Meekin's testimony contradicts. What did he contradict? It's the rally thing, right? Oh, I think we can do that, the rally thing. Officer Meekins, let's back things up. I'd like to ask you about your last statement. Sir, of course, sir. If that's what you wish, Mr. Prosecutor. This little patrolman will wait as long as I am commanded to wait. You said that you saw a blue badger, correct? And yet, if you take a look at this, what you saw was not supposed to happen. This park is supposed to have only one of each badger in it at any given time. Which means that as long as you are the blue badger, Officer Meekins, you should not have seen another blue badger wandering the premises. What, sir? Then that would mean that there are 2 blue badgers walking around. But why? Okay. Horses. Horses are printed on the garage door to complete the Wild West team. They look so lifelike, don't you think? Are you thinking of wrangling or rather stealing them? If you can coax them out of there, sure. Come on, I know you can sweet talk them out. I could be holding a cup of sugar in my hand and they wouldn't budge, okay? Okay. Excuse me, but if you could let me through. No, can't let through. Wait! I see something on the floor. It's a set of tire tracks, or originating from the garage. Aha! So that means a car left from the garage at some time, right? Correct, but for the car to leave these tracks, it will mean that it left during the passing rain. That's the only explanation as to why these tracks are made of mud. 3 treads. I think we can also safely assume it's a special type of car. Okay. Do we have some logic? Let's try these 2, hopefully. No. Okay, maybe it's then the other one? That the second in the blue badger that you saw walking? No, not either. That's weird. What if we combinate these? A second blue badger that shouldn't exist. Clearly the true identity of the person underneath is... Oh, I know! The one of the kidnappers, right? The one person who wore to get away. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Precisely. After all, the costumes that were missing from the storage area are a blue badger, a proto badger, and a bad badger. Yes, those 3. So there are 3 phony badgers running around in the park somewhere, huh? Okay. So 3. So that means there are 3 kidnappers at play. Or maybe 2, and that they use one of the badgers in order to hide the person. So that can be the case for the footprints. Now that we know that the kidnappers were wearing badger costumes, those footprints from earlier take on a new and very significant meaning. Oh, you mean now we know which tracks belong to the kidnappers, right? Yes. More than shoe prints, we need to follow the paw prints of badgers. Okay, Mr. Edward, it's time to use those footprints and go badger hunting. Okay. Well, at least we got there, so I think we have to go back to these footprints. So we're looking for footprints made by a costume. Hey, I think I found them. There are 2 sets here. They both do look like possible candidates. This set is walking off to the west. Ah, it just stops. I can't make heads or tails of where it's headed from here. I think we can assume it's headed towards the stadium. I wonder where the other sets lead. This one seems to be heading east. Huh? Quick, Mr. Edward! I got him! I got the one of the culprits! Ah, no! I'm not the kidnapper, sir! Down, Kay. Clearly those footprints belong to Officer Meekins. But our criminal were each wearing a costume. Aha! Maybe they came over to this garage for something. That's what I would suppose. Officer Meekins, if you could step aside for a moment. We need to examine this garage. Sir! Roger Wilco, sir. Okay. The garage. Open. Let's open the shutter and see what we find inside. Maybe we'll find the kidnappers hiding inside. Ah! Oh god, a dead body. What in the... We seem to have stumbled across a dead body. She must be in severe shock to have been the first one to find it. Now then, who is this man? It's Oliver! Mr. Romano, what are you saying that this man is? Yes, he's my butler. How could something like this happen? Indeed, and why was Mr. Deacon here to begin with? I better investigate this crime scene quickly before Agent Lang or his men return. The kidnapper's footprints lead right to this garage, and right to a dead body. Is it possible one of the kidnappers is now a murder victim? It could be the case. From the cursory examination, I believe this man died of a fatal bullet wound. You sure are calm for someone who just found a dead body. It's surprising what one can become accustomed to in the span of 2 days. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. Okay, let's see. Let's go through the bullet hole. As long as the Interpol agent has control of this case, I'm not going to be able to have a real autopsy done on the victim. I'm no doctor, but let's see what I can piece together myself. There are 2 gunshot wounds. One is his abdomen and one in his shoulder. So that means that he was shot twice? No, I don't think so. I think the abdominal one is an entry wound, and the one near his shoulder is the exit wound. Nice. I knew you can figure it out. It comes with experience, and I've seen my share of crime scenes. Speaking of experience, this crime scene seems a bit too clean for a murder where the bullet went clean through. I should make a note of this oddity. He was murdered someplace else. He has like this necklace here. This is an unusual shaped pendant. What is it? Is it something valuable? She seems to have regained some of her composure. It looks like a horse pendant. It got an antique feel about it, and it's really pretty. Hold on. This is made of platinum silver. Nice! It is worth something after all. Oh, and look, there's something written on the back. Colin Devereux. It's a name. Colin Devereux. But this man's name is... Deduce that? Is this spot somehow connected to any evidence that I hold? Yes. Oliver Decken. There's something not right about the name of the pendant. The victim is the Almano family butler and his name is Oliver Decken. But the name of the pendant is Colin Devereux. I wonder what's up with that. I don't know, but I think we've hit upon an important piece of information. Alright. I think the investigation is complete. Yes! Yay! We did it! Lance! Lance, where are you, my sweetie? I think that's a girl. Yeah. Yep. I knew it. Excuse me, but you are? Oh! This is bad. He's really good looking. Oh gosh. Stop it, Lauren. You can't let yourself fall for a playboy like him. You're in love with... Oh, she's in love with Lance. Sounds like someone doesn't know the meaning of a phrase in her monologue, huh? Sorry to interrupt your conversation, but might you be a friend of Lance? Yes, I'm Lance's girlfriend. Lance's girlfriend. My name is Lauren Pops. His girlfriend. Oh, it's not like that. We're more like friends, and we're not lovers or anything. We haven't gotten that far yet. But I guess that's how people are going to see it. So I should just accept it. Oh. But I guess that's how people are going to see it, so I should just accept it. I even got this ring as a present from Lance. You know what she reminds me of? A cartoon character. May I inquire as to why you are here? I haven't been able to get in contact with Lance lately, and I began to get really worried. I look everywhere for him, and then I heard about the kidnapping, so I came here. Wow, you're really strong for having made it through all this way by yourself. Is it true? Has Lance really been kidnapped? No one is supposed to know, but yes, it is true. Oh, Lance! I can't believe you've been spared away. I wonder how you're doing right now. Looks like she's gone back to the fair maiden in love routine. So, Mr. Edgeworth, where do we go from here? Well, we found a body, so we should look into a murder. Oh no, he's back. My men brought me up to speed over the radio. My men brought me to speed over the radio. I'm sorry. And I have to say, you really should have called. I've heard you found something very interesting. I have nothing to hide, Agent Lang. It's exactly what you see before you. I'll take it from here. Yeah, that guy's really dead. Hey, you waiting for an invitation? Hurry up and detain the suspect now. Suspect? Who? Officer Meekins, is it? You're coming with me. With us. Wait, sir! I have nothing to do with it, sir. Agent Lang, don't you think you're being a bit rash? Do you even have a good reason to suspect Officer Meekins? Ha! I leave that kind of stuff to you prosecutors. It's your job, after all. Like I said earlier, the crime scene isn't as forgiving as your precious courtroom. That's your answer. I know you like logic and reasoning, but that sort of impartial fluff is not needed out here in the field. All you have to do is arrest suspicious person after suspicious person. That's how you eliminate crime from the streets. But that's also precisely how you unnecessarily arrest innocent people by mistake. Innocent people? Nonsense. There's no such thing as an innocent person. We've all got a blemish or two in our hearts. That's Charney. I won't allow such a thing to go on unchecked before my eyes. Heh, too bad you don't call the shots around here. As I have sworn to uphold the law of this land, I cannot allow you to take this man in. That you would arrest a man on false charges without even conducting an investigation. Have you no honor as a member of the law enforcement? You! How dare you speak so disrespectfully to our Shifu? Hold it! Ha 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 ha! You amuse me, Mr. Prosecutor. Langzi says every pack has its own rules. If you can play by their rules and come out on the top, that is a true victory. Alright, I'll give your beloved laws a fair shake. I'll show you just how much investigation I've done. True, my line of logic. Our first logic! I've seen a lot of bodies like the one being carted off in my time. I can say he was shot in a single glance, but even you figure that much out, right? With your current gun laws, it's not exactly easy to get your hands on a gun. Not unless you're a member of a law enforcement like Officer Meekins, isn't that right? This is your reasoning? Solid as a rock. It's based on philosophy of detainment. What about the philosophy of detainment? Ha! You don't know. In that case, pay attention, girlie. In my country, the criminals have a saying, beware of the wolf. Why the wolf? Because in my language, lang means wolf, and you don't mess with me, or my pack. And as for the detainment philosophy, its father is my honorable ancestor, Langzi. You think I've had heard of him and his teachings if he isn't that famous? Langzi developed it as he works to lock criminals away thousands of years ago. To this day, the Zhengfa police still trains its recruits using his philosophies. But thousands of years ago, that makes your story about as believable as a fairy tale. Anything wears down and breaks over time. Do you really believe something as ancient as that can be applied to today's world? You want to put it to a test? Okay, now I have to reason his rebuttal. Like this, cut around my time. So what can you tell me about the body? A lot, even without an autopsy. I have my ways. They teach you the basic of forensics along with the detention philosophy. Oh, then wouldn't you mind telling me a little of what you figured out, correct? I can say he was shot in a single glance, but okay. But he was moved. Let's see if he adds maybe something to it. Yes, I think anyone who saw the bullet wounds would come to the same conclusion. Ha! Don't pat yourself on the back yet. What is that supposed to mean? Langzi says, search where the water is the deepest. You have to keep your eyes on the big fish that lurks in the depths, which is the killer. Is that right? And what would you say about the killer? The gun laws currently... Okay, let's see something real quick. The Badger... The file criminal with a gun. An alley who just keeps in line in peace. Okay, well we just press on everything for now. Just in case. It would appear you studied a little of our laws. Studied? Who needs to study what every child on any street corner already knows? It's that... Shut up! The Federal Firearms Restriction Act. That's it, the Federal Firearms Restriction Act. I hear it's not easy to get a gun these days. Interesting. That woman is the one in charge of keeping track of the information. Okay, unless you're a member. If that's the case, there are plenty of other officers who might be potential suspects. You are not seriously going to arrest each and every one of them, are you? As if I would need to. I've already looked into everyone else here. Oh? Other than Officer Meekins, I know no one else's weapon has been fired. How did you check every single person's weapon in such a short span of time? That's because each and every one of my subordinates is extremely capable. It didn't take much time. It didn't take more than a few minutes to conduct the entire investigation. Power of sheer numbers. But you have yet to check Officer Meekins' weapon, correct? Thanks for reminding me. Hey you, show me your gun. Oh! What's wrong? Why does he look so sickly pale all of a sudden? Gun! What did you say? I can't hear you. Stop mumbling and spit it out already. Sir, I lost my gun, sir! I lost my gun! Why did I sound so Western there? How could you be so irresponsible? Hahaha. In the end, it looks like you are still the one suspect. In the end, it looks like you're still the only suspect we got. You're the one who waited here outside the garage to ambush and killed the victim. So you think that Officer Meekins waited here to kill the victim, do you, Lan? I think this little accusation deserves a lot more security. Officer Meekins ambush, okay, with his gun, but he didn't have a gun.
Hold it!
You mean to tell me that the murder occurred here in this garage? From the fact... Wait! No! We could have pressed on him that it wasn't! That the body was found. I'd say that it's pretty obvious that this is the crime scene. Turns that a criminal always returns to the scene of the crime. Hey! Finally found a quote even I've heard of before. Furthermore, Langs, he says... Successful investigations are the result of multiple returns of the crime scene. Looks like neither detective nor criminals have changed their ways over the millennials. So this is the kind of conclusion the philosophy of detainment can lead to you. I don't get it, Mr. Edward. Why are you putting yourself on the line for Mr. Meekins? It's not that I particularly care about what happens to Officer Meekins. What? However, I can't simply stand by while Agent Lang ignores our country's law. Shi Langlong, just what sort of investigator are you? Okay, I think we can now go to the last one. I think it got added. That's the thing. Yeah, it got added. Okay. Then we can say that it's not the case. Unfortunately for you, Agent Lang, that is simply not possible. What do you mean? You've seen the crime scene for yourself. And while you were looking, did you not think to yourself that it was a little too clean? Dah! So, did you notice that there was too little blood? Do you still wish to claim that Officer Meekins committed the murder here? Because this isn't the crime scene, and if it was your men who led you to think it was, then I suggest you leave this case to the local police to set the record straight. Not bad, I see your logic can be just as sound as mine. In that case, let me ask you this. Don't you think it's weird that Officer was hanging out around here in the first place? Weird? How so? Hey you! Your squad's not even supposed to be in this area, right? What were you doing neglecting your duties and loafing around here? Don't you dare give me some lame excuse like I found myself taking a walk. But sir, I really did take a walk, sir. You're a disgrace. How dare you take your pack obligation so lightly? Officer Meekin is looking extra meek. Is he hiding something? Mr. Edgeworth, please, sir. Save me. Save me the way you did earlier. Please, sir. Officer Meekins, please give us a detailed account of what happened. Sir, not you too. Well, he's still gotta tell us, so... It's true, sir. I wasn't assigned to this area, sir. I was told to check every square inch of the main gate area, sir. I also went looking for the kidnappers while selling dreams in the Blue Badger's mobile, sir. But I completely caught up in my role selling dreams to children, sir. Before I knew it, I found myself here in this area, sir. It was the Blue Badger's mobile. It's a moving store on wheels that sells sweet dreams and merchandise, sir. So the Blue Badger's mobile is just a roaming souvenir shop? Sir, I swear I was chasing kidnappers down while I was being a good dream merchant. He seems rather worked up, even more than his usual hyperactive self. He sure seems sure of what he's saying. I can try to calm down and... Can you try to calm down and lower your voice to a more reasonable level, officer? Sir! Roger, sir!
Hold it!
Alright then, where were you assigned to? I was assigned to the main gate, sir. You must mean the area with the bridge and the outrageous fountain. Okay, then why were you here in the Wawa West area? It's because of the very deep reasoning, ma'am. Check every square inch of the main gate. Wait, we can check something here. You got a map? Main gate. House, no. Take a picture. Badger. Mobile shop. Blue. But then he should have seen the others if he was going to use it. Okay, well, we can keep that in mind.
Hold it!
Describe me of how you conducted your investigation. Yes, sir. Well, first, I made sure there was no suspicious looking people in the area, sir. But the only people that seemed to gather around me were little girls, sir. Well, what did you expect when you're dressed like a blue badger? I thought I had no choice at that point, sir, so... He went for kidnaps while selling stuff for the blue mobile. What exactly do you mean by selling dreams? Sir, the Blue Badger mobile is where dreams are collected. What? Sweetness like you've never known, except in dreams, ma'am. Like innocence dropped. The bitterness found only in nightmares, ma'am. Like guilty jawbreakers. Selling those as I push the Blue Badger's mobile along in my sworn duty, man. Is my sworn duty, man. Getting caught up with his stuff. You completely forgot to look for the kidnappers. No, sir, of course not, sir. I would never do something like that, sir. You're absolutely right. Wow, you're really good at this forcing people to confess this thing, Mr. Edgeworth. To be frank, I'm just a little man, sir. He's just a little guy. A little guy. I'm better at selling kids a few small dreams than looking for a big crook, sir. Enough following around your own self-pity. Let's return to your testimony. Yes, sir. Here in this area. How did you wind up all the way over here? I was in the middle of the sea of kids, sir. But one of the kids decided to challenge me to a fight, sir. I had to run away from the child's painful drop kicks, and before I knew it, the good old drop kick, I dished out my fair share of those when I was a kid. It was always the best when you felt one really connect with your opponent. In any case, you wound up here for a reason completely unrelated to the investigation. Sir! That's right, sir. That's not something you should be admitting to with your head held high, officer. Sounds like he simply forgot about his real job and became the Blue Badger. However, there is one flaw of Mr. Meekin's story, but I have the feeling that he'll need some probing before he'll spill the beans. It has to do something with the mobile thing. Let's say the mobile shop on Three Wheels was parked inside the Westboro area. Miss Officer Meekins, I would appreciate if you didn't tell such a transparent lies. Sir, I'm not lying, sir. Yes, you are. If you were really out there selling dreams with the Blue Badger's mobile until recently, then what is it doing here inside the garage? Ugh! Actually, I just lost track, sir. Lost track of what? By the time I realized it, the Blue Badger's mobile was nowhere to be found, sir. Which would mean it was perhaps stolen. And that's when I came back here to this area thinking maybe it was in the garage, sir. But that's when I found you. But that's when you found me, Mr. Edgewood, sir. A likely story. Why do you think is going to buy such a convenient tale as that? And what exactly is so convenient about his story? The car getting stolen, it's completely unbelievable, even for a cover story. But I think we can assume the car was used alright to move the dead body. What? You killed the victim at some distant location, Officer Meekins. And then you used the Blue Badger mobile to transport it all the way here. Now then, you're coming with me. But it wasn't me, sir! The killer, sir! It wasn't me! Agent Lan, wait. What do you want now? We still don't know where the real scene of the crime is. You can't say we know all the facts of this case, let alone the truth. I told you, truth something I couldn't care less. Our job is to catch the crook. You'll find out your precious truth after we arrest this guy and take him in. That's the job of you prosecutors in your fancy courts with your logic. As for us, we don't have that kind of time to waste. You boorish buffoon. I think you need to leave. What? We need to get the body to autopsy, and you guys are getting in our way. You would interfere with another one of my investigations? Hey now, let's not forget who holds the actual authority to conduct investigations here. I'm afraid the one doing the interrupting is you, my ignorant little pretty boy. No. Now, be a good fancy boy and get out of my sight. If you don't, I'll arrest you for obstructing of justice. To be continued! Well, it was a long run, almost 2 hours, and I would say that I'm going to end it actually here and continue episode 3 and then make it into parts. Because I know for a fact this case is gonna be very long, and yeah, we don't want to have a long part, so I'm gonna split the parts. So each week we're gonna have another part coming up until the case is finished, and then we just go along to the next episode. So that will be the case, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll figure out what will happen next week. So bye.